Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this special call board meeting, April 1st, 2025 at 6 p.m., located in the Estill County Board of Education Boardroom, located at 253 Main Street in Irving, Kentucky. At this time, I would like to call this meeting to order. I'd like to welcome everyone, and we always stand and start by saying the pledge. Please stand with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all for that. This is a reminder, if you'd like to sign in, there's a sign-in sheet at the entrance to the boardroom. We have several things on our agenda tonight, and first we have consideration for approval pursuant to 702 KAR 4050, Section 2. The Estill County Board of Education requests the Chief State School Officer cause an inspection of the proposed school building site for the new Estill County Middle School. Mr. Cornett is with us this evening. Mr. Brock was not able to be here at this time. I would like to ask Mr. Cornett if he has any comments about this.
Just a part of the process, and there have been so many of them, as we're well aware of getting that through the state. This is just one of those that where Dr. Fletcher or his designee will order that an inspection takes place of the proposed site, and the board just has to have that on record to be approved. That's what it is.
So with that being said, I need a motion for approval as discussed. Sheila Samples makes a motion. Sharon Whitaker makes a second. Do we have any discussion? Okay, so I'd like to call for a vote at this time. All in favor? Any opposed? The motion carries with a 5-0 vote. So next on our agenda, we have consideration for approval pursuant to 702 KAR 4050, Section 4 and 5, Section 5 and 1. The Estill County Board of Education requests that the Kentucky Board of Education approve the proposed site for the new Estill County Middle School, for which the site cost analysis survey and acquisition cost exceeds 10% of the maximum budget for the project. And once again, Mr. Cornett, these are just formalities, is that correct?
They are formalities, and because at one time, there was a site across the road, and that was being considered, but it's now been in place for a number of months. But they needed in our board minutes that it was approved that the site that was been voted on, and actually the initial surveys have been done there, that is across, behind the current high school.
Yes. So the site for the new middle school will be located on the old practice field directly behind the high school and the ATC. Is that correct?
Up into the mountainside, yes. I'll be cutting a lot of that out.
Okay. So with that being said, I need a motion for approval as discussed. Tammy Hardy makes a motion. Sheila Samples makes a second. Do we have any discussion? If not, I'd like to call for a vote at this time. All in favor? Any opposed? The motion carries with a 5-0 vote. Next on our agenda, item number 4 is pursuant to 702 KAR 4050, Section 5.3. The Estill County Board of Education certifies that all the reasonable sites within the approvable area have been reviewed, and a decision has been made by the local board not to pursue acquisition of any other site or use of a site currently owned or designated for such use as defined. The following sites were reviewed. A is the property between 2220 Winchester Road and 2700 Winchester Road in Irving, Kentucky, 40336. Reasons: the site were not acceptable. They were next to a landfill. Air quality: it separates the students from one campus to two campuses, making it difficult for middle school students to participate in accelerated high school classes that they would take at the high school building. They would also have to be transported via bus, And also having students participate in the ATC events or classes is more challenging, as once again, they would need to be transported on a bus.
And
With all
again,
of that being said,
it
Mr.
is
Cornett,
definitely, and so there's really three parts to that. It's just confirming that we are approving the one site. Number two, we are not going to pursue any more. This is the final part of that, whether it was initially approved or not. And lastly, it was the causes that the initial site across the road was not approved, and they wanted that listed out and approved in board minutes for the state. And those were all listed there, and again, a formality, but also very important to have it in record.
okay. With all of that discussion, I would like to call for a motion. Sheila Samples makes a motion, Tammy Hardy makes a second. Do we have any discussion? Okay, and I can share, and I'm sure that Mr. Reese is here, he can share. We did search for sites to build a middle school, and a ATC, and a bus garage. And once again, I've shared with everyone that we are landlocked in this community, and there were not a lot of sites that were available. Either the infrastructure wasn't there, or it was very cost prohibitive. So with that being said, we did not have intentions of building by the landfill. We did have intentions of building a middle school, and we thought the best site would be located directly behind the high school so that all of our students would be in one campus, one area. They didn't have to cross that main busy highway, and we thought that this was the best at this time. So with all of that being said, there was a lot of thought that went into this, so it wasn't something that we as a board took lightly. And with all of that being said, I think we need to call for a vote and make this official. All in favor? Any opposed? The motion carries with a 5-0 vote. Lastly, on our agenda, we have consideration for approval of the amended school calendar. Mr. Cornett, would you like to discuss that?
We've got a lot of people waiting for this, and so, we have waited on, is the weather finally done? Is the legislature gonna pass 241? Is the governor gonna sign it? It was, on his desk for a while, so that all took place, and what it was is that there were two parts there. They actually gave days to be taken if districts chose to, or it also gave permission to use what is called a variable calendar, and we chose the latter. We did not take any days from the state. We are using our current number of bank days, which is like 8.6, and we also did not take all of those. There are some other factors with that. The main one is that there are costs associated that we would have lost as a district that added up to quite a bit. And with the finance department, their guidance, and just talking with the different groups that would affect, we felt that we are taking the days we're taking, and the calendar that you will have in front of you has last day for students as May 21st. Closing day is the 22nd, and the first teacher equivalency or work day will be the 23rd. And so certified staff will have 5 days to make up. As of now, I think we have it figured that our classified employees will have 2 to work and make up, and each department head, bus garage, food service, they're already aware of that, and there are plans worked out with that, and I'll mention to that briefly in a second. So we feel good about it. We think our teachers feel good about it. That also does include from the spring break of next week of 3 days in that. So this is the proposed revised calendar for 24-25, and it's not a part of the calendar, but I will go ahead and throw it in. If you have seen our social media or our website today, we are officially have rolled out our academies for the summer. The Create Academy, which will be the Performing Arts Academy, and then we have the STEM. My wife will whip me for missing the word. The STEM something academy, Explore, something like that academy.
Create STEM Academy?
Yes, it's going to be pretty exciting what they have planned. We're even expecting possibly 200 to 400 students. Those applications are now live, I think, and for students have been applying for that. And that will take place May 27th through the 30th and June 2nd through the 5th. The 4th will be the last in-person for the academies. The last thing is supposed to start the 5th. That's been given a pretty hard yes by Mr. Codell, so we will have to have everyone off campus by the evening of the 4th. And so by the 5th is going to be their experience day. They're going to be doing field trips, and that'll end their academy. There will be the evening of the 4th, just a performance evening to showcase both the creative students and also the STEM students. So we're very excited about that, and what that's going to happen even next year with the build up. And so that goes along with it. Not really part of the official calendar adoption, but all of that had to be worked in and fit in, and it was cut back 3 or 4 days, but that's okay. They're excited about it with moving forward, and looking forward to it. So with all that said, that's of course our recommendation to take this as given to you.
Okay. So I need a motion for approval of the amended school calendar as discussed. Shayla Samples makes a motion. Do I have a second? Carrie Smallwood makes a second. Do we have any discussion?
I just have a couple of, one comment. Mr. Cornett, students that already had, parents that already had vacations planned for next week can apply
Yes.
through a form, an application form
EHO.
for approval, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That was given
Okay.
out, and
I just want to make sure
yes,
that's
ma'am. It was on
documented.
there, and every principal's aware of that. They have those forms handy
Okay.
and ready, and with all things being equal, they will be approved. Pending that it falls under that EHO. But there should be no issues with that. We know that did happen and take place. They were aware. I think that list has been created and know who those students / families are, and they will be given full opportunity to.
Okay, thank you. The other question I have is the last day for students being, I think, the 22nd or 23rd. Is there any, spring is coming, unforeseen weather, is there any additional built-in days or additional
Contingency.
days? Should we have to miss more days?
Yes.
Yes.
241 gave up to 10.
Okay,
Okay. Again, we've not taken them yet. We know we've heard kind of maybe what's coming this weekend with the excessive rain. We're going to pray against that, at least for our county. But there is a contingency for more days. Now, that throws those activities off greatly, meaning Academy will have to move out of the high school if that does happen, and all those dominoes will fall. But yes, there is a contingency with the approval for up to 10 days.
And that was the House Bill 241 that
Okay.
gave us the ability for that.
okay,
Those are great questions.
They are.
thank you.
Does anyone else have anything else? Anyone else have anything else?
Not at this time.
Not at this time. Okay, I need a motion to adjourn. Shayla Samples makes a motion. Tammy Hardy makes a second. All in favor?
Aye.
This meeting is officially adjourned.
Thank you all.
We came back, we started talking and asking questions. Ms. Sharon Whitaker.
I know.
We need approval of the amended school calendar. I I need a motion and a second. Sheila Samples makes a motion, Tammy Hardy makes a second. All in favor? Any opposed? So you officially have your school calendar
Calendar,
for
thank you.
this week.
Yeah, for this week, well
For this
said.
week.
Well said.
So now, this meeting, I need a motion to adjourn. In a second, Sheila Samples and Tammy Hardy, and all in favor of adjournment. Any opposed? The motion carries.